we'll get started. Boys, welcome back to New Zealand. Anton, quickest in P1 here in Pukekohe. How'd it feel?
Hello. Yeah, it felt really good to be back. It's a pretty cool track. Haven't been here for a few years, so you don't forget about it. But the first couple laps, your eyes are wide open, your knuckles are white, you're hanging on. So it's good to be back. It's just having heaps of fun, really.
And a lot of what you guys do is muscle memory. Did you forget anything over the last couple of years not being here?
Yeah, plenty. Probably about lap 3 or 4, you start remembering it. You always do heaps of prep before, so you sort of know what you're doing. But when you get out there, it's always different. Remember where all the bumps are and what curves you use and all that stuff and how it feels. So just heaps of fun. You hang on so tight around here, so it's just good to do that.
And your team's got so much history here at Pukekohe. Scott obviously had a lot of success himself. Is there any pressure, I guess, from a team point of view to really be up there again this week?
I wouldn't say any extra pressure or anything like that. We always want to perform. We always want to be at the front and collecting trophies. So that doesn't change no matter where we are or what track or what race. Both cars are pushing hard to be on the podium all the time. No one's sort of hanging over our shoulder telling us what they expect or whatever. We both expect and want to be up there anyway. So we just put the hard work in and hopefully it delivers.
And the surface itself, did you notice anything different? You said you remember the bumps, but is there any new ones, any smoother areas, anything different?
Not sure. I'll leave that one to the engineers and their data lines, but no, I don't. I have no idea, to be honest.
And quali tomorrow, do you do anything different? I mean, it was pretty good today, but do you change things up much?
Yeah, we'll have a look at it. First time for us in the Shelby Pal Mustangs here, so very different to what I've driven around here before. So we'll go through all that, make a few changes, drive a bit better, see what the weather does, and go from there.
And just lastly, News Limited, they came out today saying that it's almost a battle for second between everyone behind Shane at the moment. Do you feel that, or do you feel like there's still a championship to be won?
Don't know. I just go and trying to be at the front in every race, and sort of done that all my career, and I'll keep trying to do that, and points will talk for themselves. But yeah, obviously he's a long way ahead, but we're not worried about that. Trying to win every race to the end of the year first.
All right, thank you. Move on to Will. A 1-2 for the team. Got to be happy with that for P1?
Yeah, love a Friday Grand Prix. So, no, good start. I mean, 3 years of unknowns. So, yeah, nice to roll out regardless of sitting here now. You know, we were sort of sitting at the top there out the gate and first few runs. So, yeah, good day's work, if you like. We had a big plan, you know, trying a lot of different stuff between our cars. You know, it's not only here, we've got Bathurst coming up. So, heaps of really good info to look at tonight. So yeah, a lot of new stuff today we're unsure of. As much as you prepare, you're definitely still very unsure as to what the group will be like, or the car's changed a lot from when the boys were here 3 years ago in these cars. So yeah, it's always nice to know we're in the game, but certainly that's about as far as it goes. There's a lot of unknowns for tomorrow, and a lot of good work we're going to have to do tonight to to understand what we did today and what we need to do a bit better tomorrow.
Speaking of the unknowns, the forecast has changed about 8 times this week already for Pukekohe. How does that, I guess, change preparations for tomorrow? I mean, are you guys, going into tonight, do you know you might need to change things tomorrow?
Either or. I'm glad we got. I was thinking the other day I wasn't going to get one lap here in the dry, and I love this track. It's so much fun. So we've got some dry laps, which is always a buzz. But of course, yeah, we're all aware that rain's around. So yeah, it does have a bit of an inkling on your session plan today. You know, when you're managing tyres, do you risk running a set? Don't you? And knowing there's rain around, it certainly does sway maybe some decisions we made today. So either way, we're plan A, B, C, and we're comfortable regardless. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But it certainly looks like there's rain around, so bring it on if it is. But if it's dry, I think we're got a lot of good stuff to look at tonight. So it's a really, really handy day.
Very quickly, a bit different off track, but huge crowds here for a Friday. We're expecting a huge crowd across the weekend. What's it like getting mobbed here in Pukekohe this weekend?
Yeah, it's awesome actually. It's really refreshing, and I've always said it. I know, obviously a lot of support for the Kiwi guys, but I've just rated the way New Zealand forever has gone about motorsport. I mean, looking at all the Super Tourers and old Group A cars. I mean, the amount of cars here is just unbelievable. So as a race fan, I was there with Larko and Crompo before, and we're just looking at all these incredible cars and why they support junior categories over the years. The amount of amazing young talent that's come out of here, and love the way New Zealand goes about motorsport, and the reception you get's huge. So I was a bit surprised. A lot of support for our team. Obviously, a lot of people, a lot of Ford fans still want us to get up on SVG, which is pretty cool. I thought I was going to be only hated here, but now we've got a lot of support. It's awesome.
All right, I'll leave it there and let them ask you more questions on that. Speaking of people who've been mobbed, Andre, you're a superstar over here this week. What's it like?
Yeah, it's been good. It's good to be finally home and drive the track and see all the people that you know and the familiar faces. So yeah, it's been really refreshing.
The qualifying and practice pace for you has been good the last couple of rounds. How do you capitalise on that heading into tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I guess it's just when you roll out of the truck and the car's fast, it's just trying to fine tune it from there, and you can, be a bit more delicate with what you're doing with things. Whereas if you're obviously struggling, you're throwing more at it. So I think, hopefully tomorrow it's dry and we don't detune the car. And there's quite a few things, and especially in the last sector, I need to tidy up myself. So there's always things you can improve overnight heading into tomorrow.
And is it an emotional trip here to Pookie for you?
A little bit. I mean, we still got other good tracks to go to in New Zealand. It's not the only one, but for sure, I grew up just sitting out there on the grandstand watching, people, obviously driving by like Greg Murphy, Scaife, all those guys. So for me, it's it has a strong link with this place. It's where I learned to drive manual for the first time and got my first hot lap with my dad in his Commodore when I was very young. So it's sort of where I fell in love with supercar and sort of got the dream of being in supercars and sort of come full circle. I'd sort of obviously love to be on the other side of the fence. I remember Greg Murphy jumping on top of the car and all this sort of stuff back in the day, and that was just so special being a Kiwi. So hopefully I can at least get on the podium this weekend and sort of complete that.
All right, on that, I'll open it up to questions from Jettos. Connor. Is there a microphone? It's all right. Here it comes.
Andre, this place has been good to Kiwis in the past. I mean, do you feel it is realistic that you can be on the podium or even challenge for a win here this weekend?
It hasn't been too good to me in the past, so so we'll just wait and see. But yeah, I don't know. Throughout this year, we've obviously got podiums and potentially wins if certain things went certain ways, but we just haven't been able to keep up with obviously those guys or Shane. So yeah, hopefully, we're working pretty hard on the race pace, and I think we made some good gains at Sandown, and we just reversed that and couldn't qualify there. So I think this weekend, if we can qualify right, we have the tools to make hopefully a good race car, and you never know what can happen, but you can never sort of predict, I guess, what you're going to do, because everyone's just trying so hard, especially at the front, and it's never easy.
And even on your best lap today, you lost a little bit in that last sector, is that right?
Yeah, I just took a wide berth all the way around the last corner, so I was scared of the apex. But it's just one of those things when you're trying to tune a car for different areas and stuff, it's just driving styles and those little things that we spoke about you need to work on tonight.
Will, I just wanted to ask you too about, you mentioned Bathurst, obviously here, hard tyre, Bathurst hard tyre, but obviously very different tracks, but is there anything you can kind of learn here that you can apply in a few weeks' time up the mountain? Definitely we can. We never sit still, always trying stuff, so it's the exciting part about being in a team of our calibre, particularly Bathurst coming up. It's a really special race for everyone. We weren't the best there last year, so it's been a hot topic for us for months. So yeah, always trying stuff. So today we had a lot going on, and you never know quite how it'll equate, but certainly we've got one eye on Bathurst, absolutely. We're focused on this weekend, but stuff can always equate. So it's big 4 events coming up. It's exciting end of the year, but yeah, Bathurst is a big one for all of us.
Anton, Andre mentioned the muscle memory that sort of came back after a few laps. You'd probably have a better muscle memory than most of the drivers, having cut your teeth here in your dad's manual car. So did it take long for you to get the muscle memory back into the track?
The only thing I thought was going to turn one for the first time, holy shit, this is bumpy. So I just forgot how rough it is over the bumps and stuff like that. So that was the main thing. But apart from that, it was pretty standard. Within 1 or 2 laps, you sort of know where you're going and everything. It's just the little things that you forget, little tips here and there.
Andre, obviously we're on the lookout for a new track in New Zealand. Where would you like to go racing?
Anywhere, we got some good ones, but I think Hampton Downs is most logical because that's close to Auckland. But it'd be really cool if they could go down to Highlands Park or somewhere like that in Queenstown. Obviously, it's a bit of a drive, but we come over here, so it'd be cool to go see that. And there's some amazing tracks all around New Zealand, so it'd be cool if we could explore a little bit, but we'll wait and see.
Can I also ask the Aussie boys for your favourite Pukekohe memory? Either involving you or watching or whatever you like.
I don't really have one, so I've only been here twice, and I don't recall anything good happening yet. So hopefully, we can change that this weekend. I think Will's won a race or so before, so he might have better memories than me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, winning obviously is a great memory. 2013 it was. I don't know. First 2 years, so I came here 06-07, young kid, H-Patton, hanging on. We didn't have the chicane in the back straight. I remember thinking that was really cool. I actually miss that. It'd be a mega passing opportunity for us for today, these days. But no, probably my own memory of that. And as a kid in Europe, and I was looking to come back and race V8s, but I remember watching that Kmart car and Murphs over the bump at the second last corner. And actually this place actually intrigued me for these cars because you could just, you could see he was hustling the car, and it was a visual that it actually got me really thinking that looks fun, that looks wild. So yeah, it's always one of those tracks I was really excited to get here in a V8, and it's never disappoints.
And just while I've got the mic, same question that Paul asked Anton. Do you feel it's a race for second amongst the rest of the field at the moment, or is that a bit inflammatory?
Call it what you like. Of course, if you can't win, you want to be second. But I think we're just focused. It sounds cliche, but honestly, we're focused on just trying to win. We are where we are because Shane deserves to be that far up the road. So we're just doing whatever we can to win races, and that's a huge achievement in itself. So, you know, if that ends up, so we're second in the points. Yeah, of course, great. But I think we're more focused on winning as many trophies as we can instead of being second in the championship, because we finish second a lot and third, and we cop a hard time for that. So second in the championship, whatever, we need to be just trying to win races.
Question to all three, but maybe Andre first. Track grip seems pretty low. Just where are some of the tough spots?
It felt alright to me, so I don't know, but for me, just the high speed stuff, I guess. Up over the hill, I was sort of struggling a bit, and the drive phases in certain corners, I think there's not enough rubber down, and there's tarmac, being pulled up and stuff. So yeah, it'll get better, but I think if it rains, it's obviously all goes backwards. So.
Yeah, I guess Anton, did you feel the track grip was quite low at all?
Not really. I think it's not too bad for a practice one. What did we do here last time? 4/10, 5/10 faster, so we're not that far away for a first hit out. But yeah, like Andre said, a little bit of rubber, and it's there, so I'm not too sure. It's been 3 years, it's quite hard to exactly remember. We've been to a lot of racetracks since then, exactly what the grip felt like, and the tyres and stuff always feel a bit different year to year as well, so what it is, but it seems okay.
All right, on that, congratulations, guys. See you tomorrow.